race fans. We're here in the booth. You've got Ron from Big Wizard TV here with you. I'd like to welcome everybody out to our Tuesday night GTE Series. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We're going to do a little quick spot check, make sure everything's working. Since I'm currently in the great state of Iowa, and I am hanging out here at my work location. Not going to advertise for them, but out here at work in Iowa, in Altoona, Iowa, near Des Moines. So hanging out here, talking to the guys here on Discord. Jumped up in the booth here just a few minutes ago, started up the stream. I want to welcome everybody out again. This is the grandpaskitchen.com GTE Series with Last Man Standing Motorsports. We're racing tonight at Daytona International Speedway on the oval. As you can tell by the stream, we're racing a night race under the lights. And this will be a 50-lap race with about 9, maybe 10 if Brandon makes it in. We're still waiting on one more driver. But he is currently still not in. So we'll see if he makes it in. But so far in practice, seen some pretty impressive runs in the draft. Those speeds that you're seeing up there are coming from drafting 2 to 3 car packs. Let's see, Philip's got the top spot right now in the Corvette. He's running a 46.30. Mooney has been flying in his Ford GT out there. He's been running pretty much nose to tail with Tim. They've been doing a little practice here together, practice drafting together. Pretty impressive the way they're running around there. 46.36 and a 46.37 for the two of them. Those look like the guys that have the speed. Jeff and Jack and Bill and Mackenzie are out there giving it their all. Not sure they have that good of a setup to keep up with those guys up in the front. Jeff and Jack and Bill will be close. I'm sure Bill will get a little bit better handle on that BMW. He's running the BMW M8 this season. And maybe you didn't know, our viewers out there, but in our GTE series, you're not allowed to change cars. So if you have a car that you like at the majority of the tracks and you don't like the way it races on the ovals, then you have a little bit of disadvantage, when you get to those oval tracks, because you can't switch cars. It's a 50-point penalty, and the winner of a race gets 36 points. So it is a major penalty for switching cars during the season. Missing a couple regulars tonight. We got a couple people out of town. Chip is dialed in, said he's out of town. Brandon's trying to make it. We're also missing Mike Morkrid, who's usually around, especially for the ovals on our GTE series. This is something we do 3 to 4 times during the season. We have a 25 race season, and a couple times a year we'll run. A couple times per season we'll run on the Superspeedways. These cars draft really well. They get up to about 195 miles an hour in the draft, maybe a little quicker at times, but really, really fun to watch. You'll get a good drafting group going. 2 cars can actually catch a pack pretty good. So if you get back a little bit and you hook up with a drafting partner, you can catch up and be competitive. A lot of fun. Unfortunately, you won't see my name out there tonight because it's really hard to race from Iowa. But my equipment to race on is in Utah. So I'm not going to be out there tonight, but I'm here in the booth. Just give a shout out to our sponsor, grandpaskitchen.com, and let everybody know they have some excellent products out there, and jump out to see all the things they have on their website for gluten-free products. Those guys are experts at making the gluten-free, flours and pastas, and making those things that make your life a little easier and make things still taste great. We've started our 10-minute qualifying session. This is lone laps. You can't race in qualifying with other drivers. You're out there by yourself trying to get your best lap. You can see all the drivers. If you look on the top left, it looks like they're all out there together. But as you'll see in all the pictures, they're by themselves. So looks like we have Bill and Nate and Mackenzie. Jack just ran a 48.2. So you can see those 46s aren't happening when you're out there by yourself. Let's see, Bill, Nate, Mackenzie, Brandon. Brandon did make it in, so that's good. He made it in just the last minute there. David hasn't done a lap yet. Haven't seen him out there yet. Tim is still in the pits. They do have 10 minutes to do their 2 laps. They only get 2 laps. So, you know, it's a patience game, whatever you want to call it. But it looks like we've got 10 drivers in our race tonight that are out there giving it a go. Here comes Mooney doing his lap. We'll see where he lands. So far, Jeff Wyatt has the top spot with a 47.5. We'll keep an eye on the times there on the top right, see where everybody lands. There goes Mooney across the start-finish line to start his timed lap. There's Philip Scott out on track in the green Corvette C8R. Daytona, 31-degree bank in these corners. When you look at it on the track, it doesn't look like much, but I've stood at the bottom of that banking, and it's like looking up about a 3 to 4 story building, looking up that wall of 31-degree banking. It is steep enough that if you park a car on the banking at Daytona, the car will slide down the track. It will not stay there. That's how steep it is. Your car won't even stay stationary. If you park it sideways on the track, it'll slide down the embankment to the apron, which is nearly flat at the bottom of that. So quite an abrupt hit when you change that 31-degree angle from slope to flat at the bottom. If you watched the Daytona 500 practice from 2021, there was actually a jet dryer truck that actually slid down and got stuck. I don't know if it was practice or if it was the race itself, but they were doing a jet dryer truck, and the truck slid down the track and got pinned at the bottom. They needed to use another truck to pull it out because it got stuck. They couldn't move the truck. They high-centered the back tires. The truck wouldn't move. So definitely a high embankment. And that truck was just going slowly down the track, and he just started sliding. So pretty crazy. Here's Brandon in his signature black Corvette with the green wheels, getting his time in. We still have looks like 4 minutes left in qualifying. So, and looks like David and Tim are holding out to the end to get their times. I see Tim out on track doing his warm-up. And there's Brandon's first time, moves up into the 48 flat. Philip Scott currently in the Corvette has the lead. He moved up there ahead of Jeff, provisional pole. And we have 2 more drivers to go. After Brandon, we have 2 to go. 3 minutes left. I think if David was going to get a lap, he would do it now. He may be starting from the back of the pack. And since there's only 11 now, 11 drivers, because Kevin just joined, he will be on the, if David doesn't go out and throw down a time, he will be on the back row. But since there are only 11 drivers, it's not hard to get back up through the field. So here comes Tim just starting his lap, going down the back stretch. keep an eye on his time. Got to remember my screensaver on my local computer goes off and I can't see what's going on. So, and hopefully I won't lock up tonight when I have to change over to the internet. But the stream will still be going because I'm not streaming from this computer here in Iowa. I'm actually streaming from my home streaming computer, which is why you should see a nice, crisp, clean picture tonight. There goes Tim, moves up into the second spot on his first lap. See if he can improve on that. It is tight on the front, but man, Philip has got something hooked up because he is nearly a half a second ahead of these guys. Really hard. Looks like Bill in the BMW did not find the speed he wanted. Hopefully he can run in the draft. Let's take a peek here at our points leaders and kind of go through that as we're watching these last couple drivers go through. I'm not going to be able to put it, well, I could, but I'm not going to mess up the screen by putting this up there. I'm just going to kind of tell you where things are at. Let's see, points for the year. This is after 13 races. Tonight is race number 14 of 25. We've got Philip Scott out front by 26 points, followed by Tim Allman, Bill Edwards in third, Brandon Dooley in fourth, Michael Mooney fifth, Chip Hansen sixth. Sorry, Chip couldn't be here tonight. Chip is in sixth, and Mike Morkred, Aaron Mack, myself, Mackenzie Mann. That's the top 10. So Philip and Tim kind of battling out there up front. Bill real close in third. And tonight, it is GTE night, so we have the other battle going on, which is the PAM's Pole Award battle. And this is a big night because if it stays the way it is, and there's only 1 minute left, if it stays the way it is, Philip has the provisional pole. That'll put him in the lead for the PAM's Pole Award. And that is a tie right now with Philip, Tim, and Bill all with 3 pole position awards. So that's also going on. You can see the PAM's Pole Award logo pop up every once in a while down there in the bottom. We've got our sponsors down there in the bottom left. You can see grandpaskitchen.com. You can also see Big Wizard TV and Last Man Standing Motorsports, as well as PAM's Pole Award. So the competition is close. And it looks like Kevin's going to try to get out, although no. He's not going to make it before time runs out because that is 9 seconds left, and his car is not going to make a lap looking like that. Kevin is out there for the race, but he'll be starting in the back with David. Back on the row 5 with Mackenzie, and David looks like he'll be lining up in the back. So here we go. We're going to line them up. Hopefully we got everything set up correctly. But they're going and lining up in the pit lane as they pull out behind the iRacing. I think that's called a Chevy, Toyota, Ford, Dodge, Hyundai pace car. I think they took every sedan in the world, mixed it together, and made it into the pace car. So that's our car leading them around the field tonight. Philip and Tim on the front row there. Jeff and Mooney on row 2. Nate and Brandon on row 3. We got, let's see, Jack and Bill on row 4. Row 5 is Kevin, and I didn't see the other one back there. And then David's pulling in the last row there in the 6.9 black Corvette C8R. Oh, that's Mackenzie. Mackenzie back there with Kevin. Here we go, doing one lap around. The pace car is going to dive in at the end of this turn 4. And then we are going racing here at Daytona. Under the light. We've got a few of you out there. Well, thanks to everybody for joining. appreciate you guys being here on the stream with me tonight. We're getting it ready to go right now. Coming around to turn 3. Guys getting it all warmed up here. We'll be right here in the booth with you for the whole 50 laps. See how this unfolds. We do have automatic cautions turned on, and whoa, it's really, really close. Jeff pulling up tight in the back of Philip's car. Get that outside lane. Gets all nice and snug as well on the outside. It looks like Mooney's laying back just a little bit here at the start. Should be creeping up there on Tim. So pace car dives in. Philip now has control. And there it goes. Green flag. Philip gets a good jump. Tim on the outside. He'll be trying to get down in behind Philip here as they go down to the back stretch, or down into turn 1. We'll see if everybody kind of stays in line and does their job, or if it gets a little crazy. One line forming on the bottom. With 3 cars on the top. A little scattered there. But Philip Scott leads him down the back stretch. Tim Allman right behind. Now they're side by side. Tim's got a little bit of a lead up on the top. Side by side. This will make it line. If they stay side by side, they'll be able to catch up and bunch up. If they stay in line, looks like some pretty tight racing as they're coming across the line. We made 1 lap under green, so we'll hope this continues. It is a little tight. These guys have not settled down yet. Turn 2, and we'll see if they get in line and calm down here a little bit. But they are still scuffling around quite a bit. As Tim has a little bit of a freight train. That looks to me like that might be an old guy freight train right there. That is Tim and Jeff and Mooney, all from the same team. That is old guy racing, and they have gotten nose to tail. And they look like they're going to be tough. Here comes Nate on the outside, though, in the Porsche, and Philip is going to follow him. Maybe Philip's staying down low with the guys in old guy racing. We'll see if that shuffles Nate back. Oh, he dives back underneath. And Bill is there. Bill hasn't quite had the photo. Staying right there in the draft with him. And then Kevin Carter and David Visser hanging out in the back, just kind of cruising along, just kind of holding their line back there, just trying not to lose the draft. You don't want to lose the draft here unless you've got a really good dance partner to come up with and come up through the field. But knowing David and how he drives these ovals, these super speedways, he's going to try to hang back in the back and not show his colors until later on. Whoop! What happened? There we go. We back. Make sure I got audio. Test. Hopefully you guys can hear me out there. All right. Good. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Lost a little connection there for a minute. Affected the stream at all. I can see it rolling on my phone. Looks like it's doing okay. But as predicted, internet can go on and off here in the hotel without warning. So I could be dropped audio at any time, but the race should continue without interruption for you. Trying to minimize that, but you can only do so much. But now that that is going and safe, I am going to step away just for a minute. I'll be right back here in the booth. And I'll leave the action here on the screen so you can follow around. Mooney and Jeff still out front. They've changed order just slightly. You go around, the Tim up in the front, now Mooney in second spot. But this is going to be interesting to see if the other drivers can get up in there. With those three kind of holding down the nose there at this race. It should be interesting. While I take a quick break, you could always jump over to grandpaskitchen.com. You know, if you have dual screens, you can do that and not lose your spot. We'll be right back. Enjoy the racing. Be back in a couple. So far, we are on lap 8 out of this 50-lap race. And so far, our 11 drivers have been fairly calm. Not a lot of disturbance. No yellow flags. No issues, no accidents. Everybody's still right together in a little pack. So that's what we kind of expected tonight. These GTE cars draft in a pack extremely well. So it's a big mistake to lose this pack, and if you do, you can still catch up if you have a buddy. So let's see, we'll go through a little bit about the drivers here. Tim up front, he's the Minneapolis area. He's been a member of Old Guy Racing now for this whole season. I think the last half of last season as well. Mooney is the founder of Old Guy Racing, and has actually been with Last Man Standing Motorsports when it was called a different name. He started racing trucks and oval trucks with David, and also Jeff Wyatt, I believe, has also been around since the very beginning. And Jeff and Mooney started Old Guy Racing. And so is Chip Hansen, who is not able to race tonight for other reasons. I think he had a difficult time getting the car out of the garage. Since he lives in Florida and they're racing in Daytona, he should have made it, but maybe he had a flat tire on the hauler. I don't know. But he didn't make it over. We do have the Ohio connection going on out there. That's Mooney, Nate, and Brandon all live in the Ohio area. So those guys fairly close together. Now, I've personally met Mooney, who's currently running in the back there. Now, Kevin might be off track. He says he's gone in the pits now on lap 5, and don't see him on the circuit anywhere. So we may have lost Kevin. Sure what happened there. We do have fast repairs tonight, but Kevin has dropped now quite a few laps. Sorry to see him having trouble early. We've still got 10 drivers in this, and all 10 of them are still going right together in a pack. So, see how this unfolds. As Brandon looks for the race, taking the outside line, see if he can get somebody to follow him. He's got a fellow Corvette driver and Philip Scott right there with him. And Nate Brody just pulled up on the outside. See if maybe he could take advantage of that outside line. And it looks like we're going to get 2 lines going. Oh, we're going 3 wide, 3 wide. Oh. As Nate cuts back down, gets in line. It looks like Mackenzie Mann was the one that jumped out there, tried to make it a little exciting with a 3 wide. Now he's kind of out there with nowhere to go. Kind of follow this along and see where it unfolds. Brandon is right there with him on the outside. Now Brandon tucked back in. Look at I don't think you can run by yourself and keep up, so he'll probably drop back a little bit and then probably just fall right back into line, right in front of the yellow Corvette of Jack Murchison. Now there's that outside line again. Now they're coming around again. Here comes Phillips giving it a shot as Mooney pushes Tim down into 3. The outside line sure is, they're trying it. They're trying it a couple times here, but they haven't managed to get it to work quite yet. Phillip does have a fast car. Remember, he got the pole tonight and took over the lone spot in the lead of the pan. They're all ready. This is going to be like this for a while. We are on lap 14 of 50. If you look through on the right-hand side in the top, it'll show you their last lap time and then their best lap time. It'll also show you how many positions they've changed up and down. Those numbers change lap to lap. I think the weather changes less than those numbers are changing. So they are shuffling up tonight. And the interval, as you can tell, is all within 0.3 of a second to every single car here. Except for, unfortunately, Kevin, who has dropped out. If the Last Man Standing Motorsports Grand Series runs as normal, these guys will stay together until at least about halfway, and then things might get a little dicey. Somebody may make an extra strong push, or make a little error, and then chaos ensues and the pack breaks apart, and then they actually have to start racing. So right now they're just kind of hanging together, saving fuel. So when they run out of fuel, and we run 50% fuel in our grandpaskitchen.com, half fuel tank. So they're running about 13 gallons of fuel estimate. Each one has a slightly larger or smaller fuel tank, but they all run 50% fuel, and with that, they are going to run out a couple of times. This will not go all 50 laps on a single tank of fuel, so they will have to stop here at some point. And we're on, looks like lap 18, is that what that says? Either 16 or 18. We'll have to see when it goes by again as they're crossing the start-finish line. This is now lap 17. Just being patient, which is good. It's good to be patient. I think Phillip wants to lead a lap. He sure seems like he's trying to get that outside line going, and Mackenzie is ready to push. Right there behind him. If Mackenzie has enough gear to keep Phillip going, they could reach the front. We run open setups at the grandpaskitchen.com series, GTE Series, so some of these guys might have a little more in the tank than the others. You can tell from qualifying that Phillips definitely getting those top end speeds out of that vet a little bit more than some of the others. Well, Bill goes down low and comes back up. Oh, onto the track. No harm, no foul. Now here in the grandpaskitchen.com series, GTE series, we also we run GTE rules with oval rules attached. So if you were racing a NASCAR race here at Daytona, you could not go below the yellow line to advance your position. Here and you'll see this throughout the race, somebody will do it. In the GTE Series, you can go below the yellow line. If you cause an incident by going below the yellow line, you will get a drive-through penalty under green, which will not only lose you a minimum of a lap, because of how long it takes to go down pit lane, but you will also lose the draft, which is even more important. Now, you could get your lap back on a yellow, and there are some fast repairs here tonight, so these guys can get their cars fixed up. But if you are the one that causes the incident, you are definitely going to need to do the drive-through. So, but so far, 20 laps down, the 20th lap underway, and everything's still pretty calm. 2 rows down the backstretch. Phillip does finally creep up into the front spot. We'll see if he can hold it for the start-finish line, as Mooney is once again pushing Tim out in the front. So as long as those guys don't have an issue, Tim looks like he's got that spot once again, just by a little bit. Oh, wow. Wow, that was a very close interval. The timing and scoring system up there has the ability to show you the gap there. It only goes to 0.0 on that lap. So, but it looks like the Old Guy Racing team may be on their own. They do have 3 drivers in this tonight, but the top row is everyone else. That is not part of OGR. And it looks like Nate's playing on the bottom there. But we'll see. They're dicing up a little bit down there. There goes Phillip again, not quite there as they go across start-finish line now on lap 22. Oh, and there's some contact. Oh, and there it is. There's a big wreck. 21 laps done before that happened. Now, there is a caution here. These guys will be able to get their cars fixed up and back out there. But it looked like Tim and Phillip, the 2 fast guys from the start of the race, are now in trouble. They're coming around, though. They're still moving, so it looks like the only one that had to tow was Mackenzie Mann. He pulled the trigger and towed around. Now, here comes Michael Mooney leading the pack in the 88 car, the Ford GT. He is going to be catching the pace car here as they come into turn 2. Our leader, Tim Allman, he is all low down here as they catch up with the pace car here on the backstretch. They're still going pretty well full speed, so they're going to spread out and slow down and catch up here. They do have the lobby chat where they can talk to each other, but looks like Tim is definitely struggling as he comes around. Don't know if David got any damage out of that, but I saw the green car, Phillip Scott, I saw his car flipping through the air, so he's definitely going to want to come in for repairs and get that fast repair. Tim is struggling now to stay on that lead lap. He must have some major damage because he's probably on the lead. Go by. Yep, there he is. Car smoking, lots of damage, and he's going to go a lap down here. Now, that's not the end of the story tonight. Lap down is not going to take you out of this. Since looks like him and the number 4 car, Mackenzie Mann, are going to be the 2 that are a lap down or more. Mackenzie's got to wait for the tow. Tim is trying to inch his way back into the pit lane. Looks like he's going to make it. And as these guys get their tires and fuel, we'll have another couple caution laps, let everybody go in and get out, and keep on going. As you can see, everyone is in the pits right now. The fast repairs should make them all shiny and new again. And Tim does make it to his pit box, so that's good. And here they all come out again, and looks like I'm seeing somebody besides the 88 out there. That looks like a vet out in the front. I'll have to see who that is as it all shuffles through here. Looks like it might be Brandon. They got out of the pit box first, and the number 14 black Corvette 8Rs. They catch up with the pace car here in the middle of the backstretch. They're coming into turn 3 with the pace car. They will go pretty quick, catching up. Looks like David is now coming back out on track. And the number 4, Mackenzie Mann, is still in the pit lane. So he must have had either his fast repair turned off or the tow was a little longer than he expected. He is still in there. He's going to go a few laps down now with this situation. Tim has lost 1 lap, but there is a lucky dog and a wave around, so he may be getting that right now as he goes around the front. We'll see what happens here. 1 to go. There he goes. So he must have got the wave around or the lucky dog, and he is back on that lead lap. Philip Scott is still with everybody. See what the scoring comes up here as the guys' positions. Yeah, Philip's on the lead lap. Looks like everybody except the number 4 car, Mackenzie Mann, who is now leaving the on the same lap now. So Mackenzie, I think, went down 2, maybe 3 in that situation. We'll see how that goes. Cars are getting back in the packs. We're going to go 2 wide here for the restart. They're about halfway down the back stretch right now. Tim is just crossing the start-finish line, catching up with everybody. So he will be at the back of the pack when he gets there. Mackenzie and David have now caught up, and they are in line. And we are just 2 corners away from the restart here as we start our lap number 26. So we made halfway. We are at halfway on the race as we restart this 50-lap race. Tim is catching up and is now back in the field. He will be at the end of the longest line. And we're about ready to go green. Pace car is going to be diving in right here. And Brandon has the call. He can start this whenever he wants. And there's the green flag, and away they go. Brandon gets a good jump on the restart. And it looks like David is hanging back just a little bit, but he's still close enough. He should be able to catch that group. Hopefully he's not too far back. But he's going to lose that draft. We'll see if everybody stays all calm and quiet, because right now they're coming out of the box in the back of the pack with Philip and Tim not learning anything from the first time they bounced off each other, and they are again side by side back. So, we are back underway. It looks a little dicey out there. I thought about halfway would be about the end of the patience with these guys. Philip is actually going back in the pit lane. He must need some additional repair, or he got a black flag, one or the other. I don't know what the story is on that one, but he is down pit lane. We'll see if he stops. No, that looks like a drive-through. I don't know if he went below the yellow line to cause an incident, but you know, the admins are in the race with the drivers, so they could easily make that call and have him do the drive-through. He is still on the lead lap right now. He will not be able to keep up with them on speed by himself. So unless there's another caution, which could happen at any time with this group, now that they're seemingly not content staying where they were, Buckeye Racing themselves back to the front with Jeff and Mooney. Tim is currently working his way up through the field. We've got a lot of scuffling going on. That looks like Mackenzie out there on the outside. David's still staying back, just trying to be good. Brandon and Nate are nose to tail in the third and fourth spot. They are trying to catch up with the Buckeye Racing duo of Michael Mooney and Jeff Wyatt, as they now come across the start-finish line to start. 22 to go. Man, really tight racing tonight. This is really exciting to watch for me. Oh, and Jeff goes. I think that was a little push by Mooney. And Jeff dropped down. Oh, and there's a little push from Nate going into the corner. Yeah, these guys are doing a little bump drafting now in our GTE cars, which some cars draft a little better than others. And from experience out here on this very track last season, the Porsche does not push the Corvette very well. So that may have been what was going on there with Brandon and Nate. The Porsche behind actually has a little bit sharper nose in where it hits the rear end a little bit. So that one is a little sketchy. But as they keep going and keep learning and dodging and weaving around out there on the backstretch, this may not go caution-free to the end. They do have a couple green-white checkers set up in this race. If need be, we will go longer than the 50 laps to get a clean green flag finish. At least they'll have a couple attempts at it. Mackenzie, after his car's been taped back up out there with the faster car, he was just as daring out there on the outside in that Ferrari. Outside lane, moving up towards the front all by himself. So he definitely has something for these guys, because he's just pulling alongside. But Old Guy Racing, man, that's a tough pair to get past. And if they get Tim back up there with them and back in their trio, and Tim is currently in fourth, just one car separating him from his two teammates, that is going to be the trio once again. And now Tim's going high. If his teammates go high to catch him and take him along, then they're going to be able to right back in line in fourth. Lost a little bit of momentum off that. Pretty quick. As they go down the backstretch, Phillip is now about a half a lap back. See if we can tell where in relation to the other pack here. We'll jump out to Phillip's car. Looks like he's about 22 seconds behind at the moment. Kind of out here doing his own thing, running around by himself. So we'll run back up towards the front. But Phillip's got his work cut out for him, especially if they go green. And there goes Mackenzie on the outside again in that Ferrari. He's awfully racy on that outside line. He's got a really strong car tonight. He's moved up into the fourth spot. Tim can get back in line here behind Nate. Man, all Mackenzie needs is a buddy up there, and he could probably pull up alongside the leader. It doesn't look like Jeff and Mooney are as strong as Tim and Mooney up in the front of this pack, but 10 of our 11 cars are still in there. Mackenzie is a few laps down. he has dropped back a little bit. See if I can catch him. Catch him in here. He's in the number 4 car. Is that right? Yep, there's Mackenzie. He's getting shuffled back. Yeah, he stayed up there on that outside line for a while and couldn't get anybody to ride with him. But definitely quick. Definitely quick. And he is... tell us how many laps down he is with the current situation. Just one lap behind. So he's gonna try to work that, get himself back up there to the front. But Nate very smartly staying right on the tail of Looney in third, keeping that old guy racing trio split up with Tim in 4th spot, not letting him up in there. Phillips still about half a lap back. Let's see if he's gained or lost. Looks like he's 23 seconds back now, so he's still having a little issue there. But 23 seconds behind. He's lost a little bit. He's losing about a second every 3 laps to the leaders. So he definitely needs a little caution action to get him back up there. See if he gets his wish here, get back up into the pack here and get racing with these guys again. Definitely got a fast car. Somebody not to count out at this point in the race. We've got 15 laps to go. When does it become himself on that duo up front? And when will somebody actually jump out there and race with Mackenzie? Even being a lap down, he is definitely fast tonight. He's pushing up on that outside lane, up alongside Tim Allman and Nate Brody. Can they stay in line? Oh, there goes a move to the outside. There's Bill and Tim following Mackenzie up on that outside lane. Bill drops back down on the bottom. But if Tim can push Mackenzie up there, that pair of Ferraris, now followed by David Visser up with that black Corvette C8R. Stuck on that outside line. We've got 13 laps to go. And this is going to be interesting. I have a feeling that Philip still will have a part to play in this. If not, if anything happens, he's going to catch right back up to this pack. And now that they are getting a little dicey with 13 to go going down the backstretch, this may not go green the rest of the way. Oh, Mooney drops down the line a little bit, bounces up a little bit. Gets back in line safely. But they just can't get that outside line in front of that old guy racing duo on the bottom with Nate just blew right to him. They're trying, though, man. It's not for lack of trying. That outside line is... They just don't have the full-on outright speed. With that 6 cars and a little pack there together. The 6 versus the 3 seems to be a little stronger. Philip crosses the line once again, and Jeff Wyatt leads yet another lap. Most of the night, pushing one of his teammates towards the front. Looks like Jack Murchison still can't quite decide which line he wants to be in. Oh, and then they all drop down to the bottom from that back in line, and they are breaking that bottom line up. That is going to fall back. And all those guys that were in there are dropping to the back of the pack. Luckily for them, the pack's only 9 cars long, so they will have a shot to make another go here. But that put Tim back down to 6th spot, where he was up in 4th. Now he's mired back there in 7th. see where he scored as they come around the start finish line here, coming into the tri-oval right now. The line does not look like it's going to solidify very well yet. Jeff's still out front. Another lap. We've got 10 to go. 10 to go. As they come down the backstretch. Mackenzie's back outside on the outside lane. Trying to gain those spots on the outside. Trying to get his lap back. As Phillip crosses the start-finish line. Just waiting for something to happen to get him back up in that lead. Once again, Jeff and Mooney and Nate and Bill, 5 as they came across that time. And Brandon and Jeff. David, 9. Look like having a solid partner for the night is the way to do this. Oh, and Tim comes down right in front of Jack. Wow, that was real close. I don't think you could have put an extra piece of paper in between those two as they came down there. Tim going high, trying to get around Brandon. Looks like he had a run on him going through the tri-oval there. We'll see if he can make that stick. Nobody went with him, so he's going to have to do that. Brandon has the draft, and Tim does not. So that will probably not stick. This time Jack is right on the tail of Brandon as they go down the backstretch and leaving Tim up there to fight for his own spot. However, he's holding his own. If he gets a little help from those teammates, he could pull himself right back up. He's got himself a spot. He does have room now to come down behind Nate. But, we now have, this will be 7 to go now this time by. 7 laps to go in this race. We've only had the one caution there on lap 22, so good run now for these guys. Trying to battle this out to see who gets that final spot. We're going to find out in just a few minutes. This is really counting them down quick. Guys are enjoying the stream here. This is pretty tight action. Normally we don't have this many cars when we run on the road courses. They spread out a little bit more. But here at Daytona Motor Speedway, at the International Speedway, these guys have the ability to draft, and you don't have to have a car as fast as everyone else to stay in the pack. You need a car faster to be able to jump out on your own and gain position, or be able to push yourself right to the front. But, just to be able to ride through, you do not have to be the fastest car. So we'll see how that works out if they can get teamed up. I know there's a couple quick cars out there. Those Corvettes are usually a little quicker on this type of track. Tonight, they are not hooked up together, so I don't think there's going to be a possibility of getting those guys to the front unless they all work together. We have now 5 to go. 5 to go. Old Guy Racing and Jeff Wyatt with Michael Mooney right behind him are up in the front. Nate right behind them. Tim got back into the David are on the outside with Mackenzie trying to get that outside line together. Seeing if they can make that work. I wouldn't be surprised if Nate tries for something here at the end. Jumping out, see if he can use that power of that Porsche 911 to get back around. The last oval race we did was at Pocono, and Nate did win that one. So he does have some power and some speed in that 911. He does know how to set that up for speed. We'll just see if he's got enough to get by this duo. To me, it looks like this Old Guy Racing pair in the front is definitely the pair to beat tonight. whoever Mooney's behind is leading. So at some point during the race here, I'm sure Mooney will pull out on his own and try to finish this off. We have, we're just about down to 3 to go. This time by will be 3 laps to go as they cross the line coming into turn 3 right now. And either they do not have the ability to make any changes, or they are just being very patient. Because right now, with just 3 laps to go this time by, they are still in a line on the bottom. And the top lane just will not materialize. They are dropped back to the back again. And David, who I know has a fast car, back in that 7th spot, wanting to move up. Can't get anybody to dance with him in that Corvette. So we'll see as they come around this time. Oh, there goes Jeff to the bottom. Nate goes under the line to try to get by. He's up alongside the nose. And there's the top line forming. Nate's going to try to take that 2nd spot away from Mooney. But that is Mooney's teammate up there. I don't think... Oh, and Nate pulls up to the outside. Mooney goes down to the bottom, and that might be the move Nate did not want to do. If he can't get by, he's going to get pushed back, but he's got help. The outside line is together. And we have... The timing and scoring isn't helping. They're going side by side down the backstretch. Jeff is still out in the front. There goes Mooney pushing along, and guess who's right there in 3rd? That is Tim Allman, other old guy racing teammate. Here we go to the line. Oh, and Tim gets turned. Tim gets turned from the back. He is down in the infield. This is final lap. We'll see how it goes. Tim is back. Tim is out. The yellow flag did not wave, so he did not get a caution to help him out. There goes Nate way down at the bottom in that Porsche. There's Jeff with Mooney pushing still. Bill on the outside with David. There he is in that Corvette. Last man coming in. Coming around the 3rd turn. David goes high. Does he have enough? He's in 3rd spot. There goes Mooney way down low. David's on the outside. They're going 3 wide for the finish. Oh, and Jeff Wyatt takes the win. Michael Mooney in 2nd place. David Mister 3rd. Bill Edwards 4th. Wow, what a finish. That was incredible. That was a great race there, you guys. That was really exciting to watch. We need to get some commentary there and see what happened there. But yeah, that should be it. Oh, I think that was definitely a really close finish, but Jeff just squeezed that out. Let me jump down and see if I can get one of these guys to come up as they pull their cars in. But it looks to me like Jeff has that one well in hand. Really nice race tonight. Congratulations to him, and Mooney managed to squeak by in the 2nd spot there. David was really coming on strong there at the end. Did not have a partner, but moved up right from the back of the pack to 3rd spot. Finished on the podium there. That's just incredible how he pulled that up and just made an amazing advancement there at the last lap. Don't know what happened to Tim. There goes Jeff doing some donuts. Out there doing a little celebration out of the exit of pit lane. He's going to bang that against the wall a couple times. Let's see how that goes. But I'll be right back, see if I can get a couple guys to come up and join us up here in the booth. Hey, Jeff. Big win tonight. Big win. Can't hear you. He's still doing donuts.
Talk too.
Oh, I forgot I changed to push to talk tonight. Yeah, that's the first league win.
First league win. Good job tonight, Jeff. Way to run it, man. That was really, really impressive. You guys, it seemed like from the time the green flag dropped right to the end, whoever was in front of Mooney was the fastest car on the track.
Yes.
No.
That's good.
Except on the last lap. Then David was really fast, but he couldn't get by him.
David came out of nowhere, but yeah, Mooney. Oh my gosh, what pushes the whole day?
Yeah, David's in that where'd he come from class tonight. He was back in 7th, and on the final lap, he just cruised right along that outside line. I thought he was going to get you. He had a really good run, and then he couldn't quite get past Mooney.
He was like by himself on the outside, wasn't he? I think.
Imagine that.
I had Bill was trying, but I don't think he wanted to try too hard and then wreck us. So.
No, I was doing good. I had my car, for whatever reason, is slowing down a lot more than everybody else's. I think I messed up my setup a little bit, but slowing down in the corners a lot more than everybody else. So it takes me almost a full lap to catch back up to him.
I noticed that. I was like, he's doing, and then why is he falling back behind me? And then I'd let you catch up, and I said, well, we'll just stick in the back. And I kind of had a feeling, without saying anything, you and I were gonna try it.
Well, I didn't know if Mooney was going to try to drop under me or something there coming off of 4. And I saw it looked like he did a little bit, and I thought, okay, well, and then the other mirror is like, holy crap, where'd he come from? And it was David.
David drove by the whole field like we were staying still there for those last 3 laps.
He had the car I was worried about. If I was behind him, I don't know if anyone would have caught David. But the Ford, I could push whoever. I've got more 0Xs from.
Well, see, here's
I
my
got 200 of them, but
since I haven't been racing much, I really didn't want to take a win away from guys that are going for points. So that's why I thought I'll go in the back and 3 laps to go. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah,
that was a run, man. That was unreal.
Good run for sure.
Yeah.
I feel bad, and we need to mention Tim because he was out front and would have been still out in front if we didn't have the incident with Philip. I mean, it was an incident, but Tim was out there, and then he got collected with another one on next to last lap there. So.
Yeah, the next to last lap, he was on the inside, and somehow he got turned and just went right to the inside wall.
I saw him go. I was like, oh crap!
I didn't catch you. Yeah, I didn't catch who got him, but ended his night real quick. Yeah,
I didn't even know about that one.
Well, everybody was behind you at that point. Everybody was trying to catch you, Jeff.
About the only thing I could see was the front of Mooney's car and then the hood, because the front was under my car.
Yeah. Great run though. Good, exciting race to watch. It was really cool to report it from the booth. Hopefully our viewers had fun with it. We do have a few out there. I don't know if they're still out there watching, but
it was definitely interesting, exciting when we had Philip and Mackenzie on the outside row, and we had the 3 old guys lined up, and it's like, if we just keep this here, they can't get by us. But at the same point, it was getting more and more interesting, and it's like I could not shove Tim any freaking harder. I'm pushing him into the corners, through the corners, wherever the car would suck up to his bumper and push. And it's just like, just Philip, just back off a little bit. And then there was the incident. But it was really intense there because you got to hold the line because the cars weren't moving.
Yeah.
They weren't weaving. They weren't out of control. It was wherever you put the car, it went, and whatever you had. And it was like, it was really cool when down in the race room, Jeff pipes up, just tip 200. I'm just like, yep, he's the 3rd guy in the row and he's tipping 200. Why is Mike Gage saying 196?
I think I hit my fastest was 204.
Holy cow.
Yeah, David was hauling at the end there. He was really catching you guys. So, but congratulations to Jeff. Good run, good win. Mooney, I saw you wanted to make a move, but I think at the end with that half lap to go, it looked like you went for a teammate versus somebody else other than old guy racing, getting up in the front. That was what it looked like. So Don't know if that was
gave
intentional, but
no, I gave Jeff another bump to make sure he was going to stay in front of David. I gave him one more bump, and then I dove to the inside because I knew the only thing out of bounds was the grass. And
Actually, that was what almost got me in the second, because when you dove down, I got a little bit more draft off of Jeff.
you know, so
Yeah.
it's a good thing I
Yeah,
waited
good.
as long as I did. Then
Good run tonight. Yeah. Sorry about those guys that were taken out there. Philip and Tim ended up in the bottom in 8th and 9th. So, but I don't know if Tim ended up a lap down or not. But that was yeah. No, he finished. He finished it. He was just at the end.
if I can get a chance, I went and talked to my internet guys that are all over the side of the car, Lightspeed Technologies, and I told them I was winning or coming in second. And they go for the win. I'm like, if I'm pushing a teammate to first, I'm taking second. We finished second.
You called it.
So.
Yeah. Well, we only had one yellow flag tonight. One caution was all we had. So really, really clean racing. That one was pretty violent. I'll tell you what, the cars were flipping all over the place up in the front. So I'm glad we had the fast repairs. Looks like.
And they're virtual, so that no one got hurt.
Yeah. Also very good. But the worst Mackenzie took the worst of that one. Ended up a couple laps down because of that incident, but got it back up. I know he was trying to get his lap back. He kept trying to come around the outside, but he just didn't have enough to get that lead.
Once he got behind me, then I'm like, all right, now I can go.
Yeah, he was quick. He had that Ferrari was quick.
He was holding me up on the outside, and I understand what he was trying to do, so I wasn't, going to say get out of the way, because he was trying hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But as soon as he got back, I'm like, all right, now I can go.
Yep. Well, good race for everybody. Looks like incidents, nobody got the extra 5 points. Everybody's got at least one. Most of you have 2.
I don't think I had an X, did I?
You got 4 of them. You got 4 of them out there. Mooney's got 8.
You know what?
David got 4.
That was whoever that was side doored me after the flag when we were going down the backstretch.
Jonathan, I believe, after the flag. Yep.
Whoever it was, somebody hit me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
I'm not in points anyway. That's
definitely fun to watch. Fun race to watch. Congrats to Jeff on the victory. So we'll throw all that out in the points box and see where it all lines up. That's going to shuffle a little bit around with Philip back a little bit in the points, but Tim's back there with him, and they're leading the series. So that is going to keep it pretty well close to the same. I don't know if the guys in third are going to be able to catch up. Right now, it looks like that'd be Bill, who finished up in the 4th spot. So see if he gains any on those leaders. So. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching tonight. On behalf of grandpaskitchen.com, this is Ron with Big Wizard TV saying good night, and we'll catch you next time. We've got races coming up next 2 nights, with the dirt coming up tomorrow, and Thursday we're on the Thursday we're on the F3s, and then Friday night it's cup racing. So we'll catch you on the next one. All right, we're off.